Say, man, say. Don't know, man. Say, we got a crazy video right here. T Grizzly. If y'all ain't heard about T Grizzly, word on the street. Word on the street what T Grizzly is. He set his honor up for some inheritance money. I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown before I start the video real quick. So boom. T Grizzly, his aunt, she was his manager. When T Grizzly was dead broke, she just thought of an idea to what? I'm about to put all my money into him. I see some potential in him. He making music. I think he can blow up. So boom, he blew up. And don't forget, she's the manager. So all the money is in her name. All the insurance, all the, you know what I'm saying, is in her name. So T Grizzly got the brightest idea to go to Chicago because he knows some Chicago people. He locked in. You know, I'm pretty sure he locked in. So boom, he knows some Chicago people. He walk in the house. Some Chicago people sitting right there for 2 hours. Come, you about to see, bro.
Did T
Y'all
Grizzly
like
get his
I
own
just said
pregnant
all that.
and then set her
Y'all
up
been
to
liking
get
off the
killed? Rumors have been flying.
Bro.
Today we're breaking down the whole crazy story. T Grizzly's aunt JB quit her job back in 2016 so she could become his manager and help him kick off his rap career.
I just said that.
She was the only one in the family who believed in him, and that's what makes this whole story so crazy. Back in 2019, T and JB were in Detroit and stopped at T's cousin's crib. JB stayed in the whip while T went to the house. And that's when a shooter ran up, opened up the car door, and shot JB to death.
And they said the dudes was looking for T Grizzly. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta break this down real quick. I gotta get my opinion. So the dudes said they was looking for T Grizzly, right? T Grizzly is about 6 something, 300 something pounds. His aunt, y'all just seen his aunt. She don't look nothing like the description I just gave y'all. So boom, how do you open the door? You looking for T Grizzly? That's not T Grizzly, and she was hit 8 times.
JB getting killed like that was shocking, and at first, everyone thought that T Grizzly was the target, and JB was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. A couple months after the shooting, T dropped a song for JB and raps. I pray they don't go to jail. I want them dead. I'm just listening to the streets, hearing everything they saying. I'm just waiting on the name. I'm just praying that they say it. Give a fuck if it's the mayor, nigga. Million on his head. It looked like T Grizzly was ready to go to war over JB's death. But when he did his first interview after JB died, there was definitely something off about how he talked about the situation. First of all, T Grizzly was playing Call of Duty while he was having an interview about his aunt. And most of the time, it seemed like he was more interested in the game. JB was one of T's closest family members, and was a big reason he even had a rap career. But T Grizzly almost sounded bored when he was talking about what went down on the night she died. A couple months before the interview, T Grizzly said he was putting a ticket on the shooter's heads and didn't want the cops to find him first. But then he switched up completely during the interview and said that he wanted the police to handle it.
My people was telling me like that to be emotional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just act on it. You know what I'm saying? Let the police handle it. So I just let the police handle it.
People handle losses like that in different ways. But now there's way more evidence that T Grizzly might have set up JB to get killed.
And that's a wicked situation, bro. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like he did it, bro. Cause all the videos, these two right here know each other. Them two, dude, cause he did it. Or he had some involvement with it. Cause they was sitting there for 2 hours. Then the interview, he ain't had no remorse, no remote. He wasn't even focused on the camera. He was playing Call of Duty, talking about his unalive aunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't had no emotion. He ain't even looking at the camera. He still playing it, bro.
July 2025, the news broke that a dude affiliated with 600 named Wu-Tang was arrested for killing JB. What's crazy is that the cops have been on Wu-Tang for years and found him with the murder weapon back in 2020. But the news just started coming out, and Wu-Tang's lawyer said some crazy things about T being involved with JB's death. T Grizzly came up in Detroit, but after he started popping off in the rap game, he linked up with Tay Capone from 600. T Grizzly even dissed one of 600's ops on an unreleased version of the track No Effort when he rapped, "Extendo on the Glock, that bitch long as a pogo. Let Lil Durk music get you hype, and join JoJo." After that, T started rocking with Lil Durk and his OTF crew. But T's closest tie to 600 was through Buka 600. So when the 600 affiliate named Wu-Tang got booked for killing T's aunt JB, a lot of people thought it meant T was beefing with them. But the real story is way deeper than that. Wu-Tang got caught with the gun that killed JB and the whip used on the hit all the way back in 2020. And according to another dude from Chicago named King Yella,
didn't King Yella just like pass out in an interview like not too long ago? Say, y'all better leave these hard drugs alone. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was sitting. He was probably doing all types of stuff, but he definitely just croaked on the interview. So whatever y'all doing out here, having y'all feeling abnormal, y'all gotta chill, bro.
The streets already knew about who got booked for killing JB.
I knew about that in the feds, man. Y'all didn't know about that here?
We never heard about that. No.
Hey, let's break down the signs. T Grizzly auntie got killed. When the last time you saw him and Dirk on the side of each other? Remember before that happened? They was like best friends. You forget? Before he started hanging with Lil Baby, it was T Grizzly and Lil Dirk, right?
Okay, I remember that.
Bro, I was in the feds and I heard about that. Y'all playing crazy. Y'all didn't know that. Who the f is this though? It's a goofy. I don't know no Wu-Tang, New-Tang, Shoe-Tang. I don't know. All I know his ass is locked up in Detroit for T Grizzly, auntie.
If King Yella and everyone else knew who allegedly pulled the trigger on her, that means T Grizzly probably did too. And now we're gonna break down why he's been moving suspiciously ever since she died. T Grizzly has still been rocking with Lil Durk, OTF, and 600 after JB got killed. And in 2023, Lil Durk shot a T out on the track 300 Yours and rapped, "You ain't my blooder, then you can't listen to T Grizzly and me." Durk and T Grizzly obviously weren't beefing. But what's crazy about the track is that Lil Durk also said, "You a gangster around her, but you ain't gangster around me. You a gangster around cuz, you ain't gangster around C. If they call you backdoor, man, you get from round me."
Being an actuary pays off with high pay.
Man, all this industry stuff is wicked, man. I ain't
According
gonna
to
lie.
rumors, T Grizzly backdoored his own aunt using shooters from 600. People think T Grizzly was self-snitching on the track he made for JB after she died. T was telling everybody that the hit was meant for him and rapped, "Look how they try to do me, but got JB. Man, that jealousy so..."
I ain't gonna lie, I'm still stuck on if the hit was hit for you, if the hit was made for you, like say, you T Grizzly, bro, you 356,000 pounds. The shooters, hitter not gonna like, if they was really there for you, they gonna open that door, they gonna see a lady. They not gonna like, and they was there for 2 hours. So they seen you walk in the house. Like they was there for 2 hours. So they seen him walk in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
For real. Man, that hate so deep.
I don't even think he thought it out
Then
all
he
the way.
claimed the shooter saw it wasn't him and still killed her and said, "Man, that envy shit's so real. You make it out these streets. You saw it wasn't me and still shot. What'd she do to you?" What doesn't make any sense though is how T Grizzly would have known that the shooter saw it was JB and not him. T made the track right after JB died, and back then, nobody thought she was the actual target. It looked like T Grizzly was trying to get ahead of the rumors though when he rapped, "Hey JB, I wish I was sitting outside with you, and I was in that back with you, and you know your favorite rapper wouldn't have never let them guys get you. I would have shot him, left him dying leaking in the street, wouldn't have ran, would have smoked the runs and watched that man go to sleep. And you think they came for her? Man, you know they came for me." What didn't make sense though is why T Grizzly would want JB dead. T Grizzly started rapping when he was a kid in Detroit and had a crew called All Stars Ball Hard, aka ASBH. They started dropping music on YouTube in 2011, but T Grizzly was still in the streets and went to jail on a robbery charge in 2014. After he came home, JB was the only...
And say, a dude that robbed a jewelry store, he's crazy. He's crazy, because that's not no little, that's not little. It's not little at all. You running into a jewelry store, what, like 100,000s, probably millions worth of jewelry? Yeah.
Only one in the family who supported his rap career.
Crazy.
T's mom had been sentenced to 20 years on drug charges in 2011, and his dad got killed in 2012. But JB was still there to support him. JB had married T's uncle when T was around 10 years old, so she had known him most of his life. And when he came home from prison and wanted to take rap seriously, JB quit her job and started managing him. JB even gave T the money to shoot his first day out video. That's the track that made him pop off, and T got a deal with 300 Entertainment and Atlantic Records in 2017. JB didn't have any experience in the rap game before she started managing T Grizzly, but she figured it out fast and even started managing other artists like Sada Baby. JB was always working behind the scenes to help T out, and she even fixed his hair for him before he did interviews. T Grizzly and JB were really close, but after the news blew up in 2025 about 600 Wu-Tang killing JB, rumors started flying about why T Grizzly might have set JB up. One rumor was that JB was playing with T's money and taking something off the top. There was no evidence that JB was stealing from T though, and the next rumor makes more sense, even though it's crazier. Some people think T Grizzly got JB pregnant and then had her killed to cover it up. Those rumors only started picking up steam in 2025. But what's suspicious about it is that right after JB died, T Grizzly dropped a track for her and rapped, "Loved each other way more than we loved life. Was so close, people thought we had a love life."
Boy, if you don't...
Yeah, lock him up. Lock this nigga up. Somebody catch him, bro. Somebody please catch this nigga. Cause what the hell? What is going on, man? Like, ain't no way he said that in a freaking song. I heard some crazy bars in a song. I ain't know that's not the craziest. I heard some crazy bars in the song. But it's like, why would you say that?
Now it's looking like T Grizzley was trying to get ahead of the story by rapping about it before anyone was even talking about it. It turns out that JB wasn't actually pregnant when she died, but that only came out because 600 Wu-Tang's defense lawyers bringing T Grizzley up in the case. The lawyers claiming that T Grizzley paid for the hit, so the prosecutors brought in a coroner's report that proved JB wasn't pregnant when she died. That doesn't mean T Grizzley wasn't hooking up with her though. According to some sources, JB's husband got locked up a few months before she died.
Some people think nature is like this. It's actually
Locked up a few months before she died, and that's when T Grizzley started taking her down. JB and T Grizzley weren't related by blood, but she had been his aunt since he was 10 years old, so the situation was still crazy. T Grizzley has always said that the shooters wanted to take him out instead of JB, but that doesn't make any sense when you know how the hit went down. According to police reports, 600 Wu-Tang was waiting by the crib where JB died for 2 hours before she got there.
There you go. I was waiting for him to say that. You know what I'm saying? He was waiting right there for 2 hours. So he had to see T Grizzley leave. So you telling me the shooter seen you? The shooter was sitting there for 2 hours. He seen T Grizzley. So if he seen T Grizzley, why didn't he just do something to T Grizzley right there? Right? Well, you would think that, right? So if he shooter's there for 2 hours, read that one more time. 2 hours. He seen T Grizzley. I'm pretty sure he seen T Grizzley walk out the truck, go in the house. But you know that wasn't the plan. We all knew the plan.
They used his phone to track the location, and 600 Wu-Tang probably didn't have.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And he had his phone on him. Say, I don't know how long y'all been in the streets, but y'all been in the streets long enough for to know not to have a phone on you. What is we doing out here?
Any other reason to be chilling in a random Detroit hood for 2 hours. That evidence also goes against T Grizzley's story. According to him, he had to make a last-second stop at the crib to grab something, but the evidence shows that the shooter must have known where T Grizzley and JB were going to be.
Nah, really.
Another thing that makes T Grizzley look guilty is what his driver said about the shooting. According to the driver, T Grizzley got out of the whip, and only 45 seconds later is when the shooter opened up the door and shot JB to death. That means T Grizzley was probably still outside the whip when the shooter came up, and there's almost no way they wouldn't have seen T Grizzley standing out there.
Exactly.
T Grizzley's a huge dude, and it would have been hard to miss him standing on the street or in front of the crib.
Exactly.
T Grizzley responded to the rumors about him getting JB killed and just said,
You can see some shit dead in your face, Shaq. That's not true. So you think you can't be fooled by the fucking internet?
maybe he felt like he didn't need to respond to everything. But the video made a lot of people even more suspicious about T. And according to one source on Reddit, T Grizzley was known for being a slimy dude in Detroit before he blew up in the rap game. According to that source, T Grizzley lived in an area of Detroit called Scud Zone, which was run by a crew called RTM. RTM had beef with another set called 22 Band Crew, and rumors said that T Grizzley was involved with a 22 Band Crew member named Squid getting killed. T Grizzley also had a track with a Detroit rapper named Dex Osama, and later, T was spotted hanging out with one of the dudes who was involved with Dex Osama getting killed. There's no real dirt on T Grizzley with all of that, but it does make him sound pretty shady. Apparently, the cops also thought T Grizzley was sketchy after JB got killed. According to a blogger named Poetic Flacco, the chief of police told T Grizzley that he knew T was involved, but he didn't know how yet. Now that 600 Wu-Tang is going to trial, it's clear that his defense lawyer is going to try and put the case on T Grizzley. So there's no telling what kind of evidence they're going to dig up about the situation. And at the end of the day, this means that 600 Wu-Tang is already telling on T Grizzley. He might not be talking to the cops or prosecutors, but Wu-Tang must be telling his lawyer about T Grizzley. So far, there hasn't been any concrete evidence that T Grizzley was the one who got JB killed, but everything around the case makes him look really sketchy. He's not on trial for it yet, but there's no telling what's going to happen with the 600 Wu-Tang situation, and some people think the feds are already putting an indictment together to take T Grizzley down.
I could definitely see that. I could definitely see the police already putting some in motion to question them or get enough evidence to question
T Grizzley.
Shush. Anyway, say I could see the police already putting something in motion to question him because I'm pretty sure I ain't got enough evidence to bring in a man for questioning. So, cause this is serious. You know what I'm saying? But Wu-Tang, I'm pretty sure he's gonna snitch. He's not about to. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was the one who did it, I'm pretty sure he's gonna snitch because they're gonna give him all this time. He's gonna be like, oh nah, but T Grizzley, he won't da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you made it this far to the video, appreciate you, man. T Grizzley might be fried, Ski Ski, whatever whatever the name is, he's cooked regardless. It just, is he gonna snitch or not? Which I think he is, because like we seen it before. Everybody gonna snitch. It's like inevitable. Inevitable. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say. But say, let me see y'all in the next joint, bro.